I don't know why we can't just call a thing, but to keep this video as YouTube friendly as possible, let's use the initials SA for this word. I know this is a very serious and sensitive topic, and it's almost impossible not to trigger at least one person, but please know that my intention is not to victim shame or blame. If you've been a victim of sexual assault, please contact the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 1-800-656-4673 or visit their website at online.rainn.org. It is free, confidential, and someone will be available to speak with you 24/7. This video is not about the sexual assault exactly. Let's pause for a second and take a deep breath. Okay, here is the definition of this word. It's the same definition I had in mind. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with this definition, or should more be added to it, or are there different forms of said crime? Drop your thoughts in the chat or comments. I like to open the floor for dialogue, but please, let's be respectful here. There's a video I want to share with you, but I'm trying to run the clock up. I think they said the first 7 minutes or after that you can curse or whatever. The R word is in this video and I didn't edit it out, so here goes. I was scrolling online and ran across a post and this short video clip that really concerned me. So I'm assuming this has been a thing, but if this were the case, there should be a ton of people charged, like men and women equally. However, I think in some instances it's used in the wrong way due to emotions and feelings, and it's kind of taken too far, in my opinion. As I go through therapy, I have come to find out that if someone lies to you to gain your sexual consent, it's not called lying, being a player, being a man, narcissism. It is called the R word, or sexual assault. Her caption says, if you make a decision to consent without being given honest information to make a knowledgeable decision, is called rape by deception. Her caption reads, if you make a decision to consent without being given honest information to make a knowledgeable decision, is called rape by deception. Sexual assault is normalized, and so is trauma. I didn't know this was a thing, but I do know that I feel so gross inside after finding out I wasn't given the accurate information to consent. This goes both ways. If you lie to a man and say you're on birth control and you are not, that's called rape by deception. If you lie and say you are one gender and you are really another, that's not lying, that's rape by deception. I don't realize this was a thing. Has anyone else ever experienced this? She also posted this video.
He wasn't my religion, which was a big deal to me. He didn't have a bachelor's degree in accounting. In fact, he was a high school dropout. And he hadn't fought in Vietnam. He had fled the country to avoid the draft. So did I assent? I assented based on all of the information that he gave me. So on the face of it, I agreed. But he was a complete stranger to me. So did I freely give him knowledgeable and informed agreement? Today I understand that when someone undermines your self-determination over your body, by any means, by force, by duress, or by deception, they're not seducing you, they're sexually assaulting you. A lot of times people say, whoa, wait a minute, rape, violent rape, and sexual assault by someone you know, It's not the same thing.
What do y'all think about this? I mean, I understand her trauma, but using the R word for this experience is a bit much, in my opinion. I think that word needs to keep its definition and not be tampered with. I know that trauma such as this may leave you feeling violated, but that word is very strong for this situation, in my opinion. I wondered how she got here, so I went back on her previous posts, and this is what I saw.
I'll admit it, albeit pathetic. And I'm in my late 20s, still never been to a wet. It's the idea of that lobby empty. Do not sit with me, well, it's not your fault they try to get me. Cause I'ma need you sales, cause I'm selfish. And I need you to myself. I'm trying to see you afloat, but don't want to see you sail. Cause I failed. I see you about to cry. Cause when I enter they city, they leave what I'm...
She posted this video on January the 5th. Her caption says, I got baptized December 31st, 2022, and in the Jordan River, I thought about my husband. I didn't know your name. I knew I was mentally prepared for you. I started praying for you, healing for you, losing weight for you, and more. I always said my husband's occupation would be your occupation. Maybe 10 years ago when we met, I knew I always wanted a you. December 31st, 2023, you came and let me know your feelings. January 5th, 2024, yes, I prayed for you. Thanks for coming to get me. I'm honored to give you the purest form of me. Yesterday, she posted this video.
And to the woman I hurt, I'm sorry. I did not know that he was just moved out of your house 2 weeks before he came to propose to me. I did not know that he took on a father role in your 11-year-old son's life and ghosted both of y'all. I did not know any of this. Had I known what I know now, I would have never made a decision that contributed to your heartbreak. I am a woman first. I'm a girl's girl. I'm your sister before I'm anything else. And I just want to make sure that I know when you knew who I was and seeing the post about engagement, I know that had to hurt really, really deep. And I just want to make sure that how I hurt you, I know a lot of my friends say, oh, it's not your fault. You have nothing to do with that. But, I have a different role when it comes to women and sisterhood. And I just want to just make sure that my apology is just as loud as the disrespect that I involuntarily contributed to hurting you and your family. You have an amazing day. I hope that I can be an ear and a sounding board moving forward, but sisterhood is my main agenda. I am sorry, and I am done.
So as you know, sis, I did get engaged.
Then she posted this
shortly after
video
getting engaged,
telling what
I got a
happened.
message. And shortly after getting a message, I got wind of another message that the same day that he sent me flowers to propose, he texted his ex and told her she should be sitting on his face. And when I tell you I'm completely broken, completely like, what the fuck? And sitting over here grieving the idea of being a newlywed, grieving the idea of being engaged, grieving the idea of okay, I'm safe to love, I'm safe to give my heart, I'm safe. And sitting here just actually right now, just grieving the whole concept of my engagement. I'm creating content out of it. Like this is what's going on in my real life. So if I shared the good with you, I gotta share the bad. I'm currently in therapy, and let me know some insight. What would you do? Have you dealt with anything like this before? Because right now, for real, like I am beyond gracefully broken. Let me know what you think.
Rape by deception refers to a situation in which sexual activity occurs between two individuals, but one party engages in deceit or fraud to obtain the other person's consent. The deception involves a false representation or withholding of information that leads the victim to believe certain circumstances about the sexual act that are not true. It is important to note that laws and definitions regarding the R word by deception can vary across jurisdictions, and legal implications depend on the specific details of the case and local legislation. And this is a case where a man is the villain. And like she said, what if women lie about being on birth control and she's really not? Isn't that our word by deception? What about she lie about having children and you get with her thinking, you're gonna have, because you don't want children, you want your own children. You don't want to be a stepfather. So what if she lie about having children and you get with her, have a relationship with her and find out she does have children? Or found out she had baby deletions in the past and she said she never did. What if she lied about where she worked, what kind of income she makes, her degrees, her living situation? I mean, because we know what we want in a partner or in a husband or a wife. And these may seem like minor lies, but why? Why would someone lie about their living situation or their debt? Namely, student loan debt. So if a man decides he wants to marry you and you've been dishonest about the debt you're in, see, the way I'm looking at it, the way I'm reading this is that where the R word is involved is when sex is involved. Consensual sex is involved, but this is almost kind of confusing. The sex is consensual. It's just that person may not have had sex with you had they known you had all the student loan debts, or all these kids, or all these baby deletions, or all this debt, or all this, you didn't have a degree, you didn't have any real education, or you really work in the CEO, or you really weren't working here, or and I'm this is not in the case of one night stands. I guess I don't know whoever still does that, but when you're dating someone seriously for marriage, these are the things you want to put on the table. So there are just as many. I mean, equally, there are women doing the same thing that men are doing. Women want to be married so bad they omit some information to avoid turning the man off, and hope to clean it up down the line, or hope that maybe he'll fall so deep in love with her that he'll don't worry about it, and he'll just he'll let it go. But that's not fair. It's really not fair. At the end of the day, I think it's deceit. I think it's deceit, yes, but that R word, I'm struggling with that R word. I think it's such a serious word in itself. It shouldn't be combined with anything else. You know what I'm saying? But what do y'all think? Thank you all for watching and listening. Drop your comment in the chat or in the comment section if you're watching the replay. This is Gail at Night. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for supporting. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and set the bell to all.